Hello, welcome children. Yesterday we have discussed about a new topic, that is array, and I have told you the concept of array and how we use array in Java. I have also told you the statements related to declaring and defining array. Now an example I have sent it today on the WhatsApp group, as well as I have sent you the solution. But the solution I am discussing here through this video, watch it very carefully. Now, in this example, I have deliberately taken this example little lengthy so that I can explain each and every feature of array through this example. Now, in this example, basically it says that for 50 students, each time enter name, roll number, marks in physics, chemistry and maths and do the following. That means once we are giving the data of 50 students and we are using it different ways. We are reusing the values again and again. First part says that print the name, roll number, total and average in the form of a list, means the output should be in continuation. Second thing I said, print the name and roll number of all the students in the form of a list. Third point is there, where I said that print the roll number and marks in physics in the form of a list. And then two more parts, that print 25th student's name as well as his 35th student's physics marks. So here you can see that the values, 50 values are being entered and I am using it again and again. This can be done only using arrays. Now, you have to adopt the method which I am going to tell you today, and in every question you have to follow the same rule. Maybe you get few questions of different types, but the general method is this. Now, first of all, here I have declaring of array. I need 50 names to be stored. I need 50 roll numbers to be stored. I want 50 physics marks to be stored. I want 50 chemistry marks to be stored and the math marks to be stored in a different array. So I have declared 50 a named array of 50 cells. I have defined Rn named array having 50 cells of string type. I have declared P named array having 50 cells of integer type. C for chemistry marks, M for maths marks. Now what computer is going to do? It will open an array with NAM having 50 cells in each. Then roll number, again another array Rn having 50 cells. P with 50 cells to store integer physics values and so on. So this is the first thing, that you will declare the arrays in which you will store the values. I have told you how to declare the array yesterday in the earlier video, but how to declare an array. If the values are not given, later on you will fill up the array. And this is the way how we declare it. It has been noted down. You can see in the first video. Now, after declaring, now the second point is filling of array. Now these arrays are empty. We are going to fill the arrays. Now see very clearly, very important point. I am running a loop starting from 0 till less than 50, because you know I have told you that the cell's location has got an address. The first cell value is 0. The second value the values of cell is being given by the computer starting from 0. So that is why I am running a loop from 0 to 50 to fill the array, because first name will be stored at NAM of 0. So here I am writing enter a name and I will write here NAM of I. Y is equal to y dot next. Now this is another new thing for you, that whenever we are entering value into an array, I am using here I0, NAM I. So first name will go in NAM 0. When I will 1, the next name NAM 1, the next cell value NAM will go in NAM 1. When the value of I is 2, the next value will be in NAM 2. So this way I have entered name, roll number, physics, chemistry and maths mark. So what is going to happen? The array which have been declared, say NAM, I am just writing here for an example. Say NAM is an array it will store the values, first name, second name, third name. So as Rn is an array, it will get first roll number, second roll number, and so on. And every value is being stored. The first name is stored in NAM0, Rn0, P0, C0, M0. I will be 1. The next name will go in NAM1, Rn1, P1, C1, M1, and so on. And all the cells value will be filled with their addresses. Now this is filled. The very important thing is that we can reuse the values because in array the values are stored. You have stored the values, you have closed the loop here. Now these values are stored. There is earlier what was happening, so you write NAM, this kind of variable you were using. The next name you were entering, the earlier name was get rubbed off. Second name, the first name you enter, the second name you are entering, the first name will get rubbed off. The third name you are entering, the second name was rubbed off from the memory. But here, what you are doing, you are storing the values into the array cell. So all the values are stored separately in different cells. The very important thing is that the values are stored. It is not get wrapped off from the memory. Now, declared the arrays, filled the arrays. Now, I am going to reuse the arrays again and again. How? See, here. The very first thing is print the name, roll number, total and average of all the students. I am writing here k is equals to 0, k less than 50, k plus plus. T is equal to, now these two variables are of old time. I have not taken an array to store total and average values. These variables has got the same nature which was there that these values will not be stored. So T and AB, two variables I have taken. When the k was 0, I have called the value of P of 0, C of 0, M of 0. You have filled the values. Now you are calling those values P of k, C of k, M of k. So k, the value of k is 0. You will say that the values are being entered in I, NAMI, not in k. So we don't have any relation with I and k. We are concerned about 0, 1, 2, 3 because the first cell value is NAM0, the next cell value is NAM1. How you are getting this 0, 1, 2, 3, 4? Either by the counter I or either by the counter k, it has got no relationship. The value should be 0, 1, 2, 3. Alright? So when you say k is equal to 0, P0, C0, M0, the first student's physics marks, first student chemistry marks, first student maths marks are being brought from the array. Total has been calculated, average has been calculated, NAM of k, Rn of k, total and average. Now you can see there is no hindrance of input. Input you have done separately, you are printing the value separately. So what is going to happen? Name, roll number, total, average. Name, roll number, total, average. Name, roll number. The output will come in the form of a list. In the form of a list. Another thing. Now one work you have done, you have printed the name, roll number, total and average of all the students. Alright, one thing you have done. Solving second part. Now you need to print name and roll number of all the students. Run from I int I is equals to 0, I less than 50, I plus plus. NAM0, Rn0. NAM1, Rn1. NAM2, it will print all the students' name and roll number in the form of a list. Third part, again from 0 to 50, I plus plus. System.out printer Rn0, P0, Rn1, P1, Rn2, P2. So roll number and marks in physics of all the students in the form of a list. In the form of a list. So here you are getting all the name, roll number, total and average. Name, roll number, list because you have entered the value once and you are using them again and again. Right? Now all the values, you can use all the values, but you can use the values separately also. As in the fourth part it says print the name of 25th students. Now I'm writing here NAM of 24. Now the values are been given from starting from 0. So 25th value will be stored on 24th cell because it is starting, the number is starting from 0. So 25th value will be stored on 24th cell. Right? So 25th student's name will be printed NAM 24. Fifth part says 35th student physics marks P of 34. So here you can see through this example, but in the question which I will give you, I have got only one or two part only, not this much of arrays are to be stored. only one array or two array will be required in the given question which I'll give you in the assignment. So through this example I have shown you that how we have declared array, filled array, and we can reuse the values again and again, and we can also get the output in the continuation. Values are stored, so we can reuse the values again and again in that program. So I hope that you understood the example. Now get ready to do the questions which I'll send you tomorrow or in the next week. For you have to do the questions of array, right? So thank you very much for watching this example. Thank you.